Hello and welcome. I'm going to be covering a couple things about the stock market really quick in this little Sunday stock talk. It is March 3rd, 2024, and Bitcoin is approaching 63,000. We're seeing the most ever crypto leverage in the past while. Um, the PMI came out, United States Manufacturing PMI on Friday, which was a little bit lower than the forecasted, which saw a drop in the USD and a big rise in stocks. We saw the Nasdaq 100 up almost 1.6%, I think, at one point on that Friday. And yeah, stocks are looking good. Um, S&P 500 is scheduled to hit a lot of forecasts are saying 5,400 now. They've updated um, their targets. Even yeah, 50. Tom Lee's saying 5,400 to 5,800. UBS just upgraded its target. Um, yeah, um, things are looking good for stocks. Yeah, so let's talk about a little bit about last week and some stocks that we saw move. So Zscaler, this is a cybersecurity stock that we saw kind of get beat up on earnings, even though they're posting a nice earnings report. This company got a little bit beat up. It's down 9% on the day on Friday on March 1st, and yeah, it's a little beat up for a pretty good earnings report. If by all accounts. Which is interesting. Kind of saw the same thing happen to Palo Alto, although they actually um, downgraded their outlook for the year. Um, and CrowdStrike also, we're seeing a lot of these companies kind of take simultaneous hits. Snowflake was another one that also dropped on earnings. They reported earnings February 28th, I believe, and you can see that 20% drop. The other thing that happened was Snowflake, the CEO, is um, stepped down, so we could see investors maybe um, kind of shying away from that denotion. Um, yeah, so CrowdStrike, power hungry stock. These are all very, very profitable companies in terms of revenue. Here we got CrowdStrike 35% year over year, and we're actually going to see CrowdStrike report earnings tomorrow. So that'll be um, that'll be cool. Or sorry, on Tuesday after close. So yeah, this is the upcoming calendar for this coming week. We can see Target, um, on Tuesday, some big names: Costco, Broadcom. Um, yeah, some interesting companies on the list, but this is the earnings releases for next week. But I would say I'm bullish on Target. I think that they're gonna do well. I think Broadcom and Costco will do well on earnings. I'm not sure about DocuSign with the decrease in home signings and home sales. Um, Yeah, it's going to be interesting. AeroVironment, they sell drones. It's a military company, defense company, sorry. Yeah, some interesting earnings coming out for next week. I think CrowdStrike um, should blow it out of the water. We see these beat, 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 beat. Um, so hopefully on March 5th, CrowdStrike will um, blow it out of the water. All right. So yeah, Apple, we're seeing a clear skew in and shout out to Trading Edge, the Reddit Trading Edge. This is straight off of there. Can see a clear skew starting right around 2024 where people were like, "Oh, we don't want Apple, we want the rest of the Magnificent Seven. So there's a clear skew kind of coming away from Apple. The Nasdaq 100, Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, up 1.5 trillion on valuation for the year. The remaining part of the index, only $75 billion. So we'd like to see that kind of level out because we have four stocks carrying the rest of the 96, right? Of those stocks. Meta, you can see why the stock's carrying it. Look at the numbers. I mean, holy smokes! Beat. Meta, Meta, Meta. Wow, powerhouse. Google reported bad ad bad ugh, kind of a mixed bag of reports when Google reported its results, but basically Meta had no issues with their advertising. So very hungry company, especially with how many people are on Facebook and profit margins are there. I think Meta's going to have a good future. SoFi, this is another stock I'm bullish on. SoFi reported earnings, its first ever quarterly profit. It was up 9.16 up to 9.16 USD that day, and then the next day fell down to $7.83, right around there. So SoFi, really no justification for that drop, but I picked up some shares around in February, and we're looking good right now. But SoFi is looking really good coming in as where they're at, and there's a potential I've heard some kind of partnership with Citigroup that I can or cannot confirm is going to happen, but that is what the rumors, what I've heard is something is going to be happening with Citigroup. Here's another big one, Super Microcomputer. They sell AI data centers to companies. Companies are looking to boost their profit, boost their growth for 2024. They're looking to cut their excess fat. And how are they going to do this? They're going to do this with AI. And here's Super Microcomputer saying, you know, you get the best generative AI data centers, blah 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 blah. Their 2024 outlook is looking fabulous. They're partners with NVIDIA. They buy a crap load of NVIDIA GPUs. Yeah, no, so this is a Supermicro is a there's a reason why the stock has been welcomed into the S&P 500 now. Um, uh, so yeah, um, yep, Supermicro joins S&P 500. Nvidia, look at this revenue. We're talking about balance sheets. I mean, holy cow! This is the reason why investors, you see, you see when a stock goes up, this is what people look for. Okay, look at these numbers. No other company is doing this. Okay, nobody, nobody. Intel. Okay, look, this is why Intel's not following Nvidia like how Nvidia is. They don't have quite that balance sheet, right? Um, Yeah, Apple, not doing well. Meta doing excellent. We're seeing lithium prices kind of recover here, up 20% this past month, right? Um, so very interesting. But yeah, that's kind of my little market talk. I hope you enjoyed. I think just for what I'm looking for this coming week, I guess is I'm very looking forward to Costco and Broadcom reporting earnings, followed by Target. I think Target's going to do well, but I would put more of my chips towards Costco and then Broadcom just because they are very growth oriented, and it'll be interesting to see AeroVironment as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this talk, and yeah, thank you again. And yeah, thanks for tuning